Welcome everyone to episode 4 of The House of Odozi. Guys, welcome back. This is going well. This is going well. I'm at 5.8k on Instagram. We are growing as a community. I love it. Guys, thank you so much for your support. Again, I'll keep posting my TikTok periodically. YouTube is also, make sure to subscribe there as well. And let's get into today's topic of discussion. I'm going to talk about World War II. All right, World War II. Now, again, going into history and whatnot, the class is awesome. And we actually just finished talking about World War II. Actually, we just finished talking about the Cold War as well, but we also finished around the area of World War II. And it was a great topic of discussion in class because there's a lot that happened in there. Germany was on the rise. And this thing gotta stop moving, man. Sheesh. Man, I wish I had wireless headphones. But back to topic. Sorry, I digress. But where was I? Yes, Germany was on the rise. Hitler was all over the place. This guy, he was going to take over the world if we did not stop him. If the Allied nations did not come together, the Allied nations with America, things would be totally different today. Even though Hitler would be dead, we would still basically be living under his regime because his ideals that he had were going to be set in place because he had many numbers at his side. But that's why it was good to decimate them, including Japan dropping the atomic bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. It was a tough decision that Harry Truman had to make, but in my opinion, it was the right one. Is it good to... War isn't good. It never was. I don't condone war. I don't like it when people fight, Like Israel and Palestine, Ukraine and Russia. I ain't taking no sides. I don't want anybody to fight at all. That's my opinion on it. But, war happens. And it just is what it is. So the dropping of the atomic bomb, in my opinion, was correct. In fact, I actually wrote an entire paper on this for class. It was, let me see, how long did I write? It was a 4-page paper, people. A 4-page paper. If you guys want to know what I based my paper off of, you know what? I might actually even... let me read you this paper. It's a pretty well written paper, in my opinion, because, I wrote it, No, but let me just read it. So this is for American history, of course. It was due March 26th of 2024. The title, World War II, Dropping the Atomic Bomb. All right, let us begin. When it comes to the topic of the atomic bomb dropping on Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945, some may argue that dropping the bomb was a safer option than invading Japan with a military force. Yet, others say that the use of the atomic bomb was an unnecessary measure to end the war. While both sides have valid evidence to support their claims, it should be considered that the pros of using the atomic bomb heavily outweigh the cons. Both sides need to be intricately looked at and peered into to see the difference in the weight that both sides pull. Now, some do say that the use of the atomic bomb was unnecessary because of how many people it ended up killing. Now, there is no exact number of casualties from the bombings. Still, according to studies found by Foner and the Atomic Archive, estimates show that the bombings caused casualties in Hiroshima and Nagasaki to rise between 140,000 and 199,000. That's quite a lot of people, indeed. Many innocent lives were taken during the bombings, and there is no going back. But the benefits that were reaped were great. Foner states that if an American invasion on land commenced, it might have cost as many as 250,000 American lives. Now, with that in mind, also think of how the bombing showed the military power of America. You see, the United States alone possessed the atomic bomb, and that is true. When it came to the arms race, we were on top for a long time. And then we were the only ones to ever detonate the SAR bomb, the largest bomb ever detonated. And to have that military might, it's a pretty scary thing. To become the destroyer of worlds, um, as Oppenheimer said. That was a great movie, by the way. I didn't watch it, but I heard it was a great movie. The quotes are great as well. But yeah, the United States being the only one to possess an atomic bomb at the time was a way that America showcased its might in a number of ways. Back to my paper, the development and successful deployment of the atomic bomb showcased America's advanced scientific and technological capabilities. The Manhattan Project, the top secret program that developed the bomb, involved some of the brightest scientific minds of the time. The fact that the United States possessed and effectively utilized such a devastating weapon highlighted its technological superiority over its adversaries. The atomic bomb displayed America's military dominance and ability to deliver overwhelming force. The sheer destructive power of the bomb, capable of leveling entire cities in a single strike, underscored the United States military might. This sent a clear message to both its wartime enemy Japan and potential future adversaries about the consequences of challenging American military strength. This is also including Germany. We did scare them out of their pants. It was we kind of scared Russia as well until they started developing themselves. The use of the atomic bomb also demonstrated America's political influence on the world stage. By being the first and only nation to use nuclear weapons in warfare, the United States solidified its position as a global superpower. The willingness to employ such a devastating weapon to end the war quickly and decisively further cemented America's role as a key player in shaping the post-war geopolitical order. The atomic bombing served as a deterrent against future aggression. The devastation wrought by Hiroshima and Nagasaki made clear the potential consequences of any challenging American interests. It's extremely it's there I'm telling you, there's a lot that was reaped for there were many benefits that were reaped from dropping the atomic bomb. Some very political, which I'm not going to go into. I'm not a political person. I remain neutral at all times. I But coming from a humanistic standpoint, I that's my side on the matter. Like when you have to choose a side between whether it was right or wrong to drop it, I say yes all the way. I would do the same thing. It's like a game of chess, and I love playing chess. Trust me. If any of you guys ever want to play me, like online or something, because I have chess.com on my phone. Yes, I got games on my phone. I said it. But yeah, I I would love to play. So this is exactly like a game of chess. There are sacrifices that you have to make. Everything that every decision that you make sometimes may have to come with a sacrifice, and the hardest of sacrifices require the strongest wills, and that's what it is. So, in my opinion, it was the right thing for Harry Truman to do, um, to to end the war, basically. After what's it called? What's that? What did Japan do to us after Pearl Harbor? Yeah, after Pearl Harbor, uh, that's what brought us into the war in the first place. Really, Japan attacked us, dragged us into the war, and we said, let's make this quick. Let's make this quick. And they built this thing, man. They built it, used it, and man, did it do some damage. So, in conclusion, of course, let's end this paper. The use of the atomic bomb demonstrated American power on multiple levels, technologically, militarily, politically, and strategically, leaving an indelible mark on world history and shaping the dynamics of the post-war era. So, in deliberations concerning the deployment of the atomic bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945, divergent weapons, divergent viewpoints emerge. You see, certain voices advocate for its use as a safer alternative to a military invasion of Japan, but that would have cost 250,000 American lives. And when it comes to war, you don't want any people on your side to die. So it really spoke for itself. And other pose that resorting to the atomic bomb was a necessary end to the conflict. So while both stances are supported by substantial evidence, it should be recognized that Harry Truman was correct in deploying the atomic bomb. You see? And that's my paper. I had 601 words. It was pretty short and to the point. I only had two sources because most of my sources came from the phone or text. If you, I'll read it here. It's Give Me Liberty and American History. I wish I had the book on me, but no, I left it at home. You know, it's called Give Me Liberty and American History, 7th edition, volume 2, by Eric Foner and others, of course. And then if you guys just like search up the total casualties of the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, you guys can see the Atomic Archive come up on Google. It's literally right there, and you'll see the statistics right there. And these two, this book and this website basically built my paper on this topic pretty easily, and that's how it was pretty easy to win the war, World War II at least. It was great. Well, it wasn't great. War is never great, but it was it was a win. It was a win on the American side, and kudos to them for that. We wouldn't have the world that we're living in right now without them. But is the world that we're living in perfect? No, but we just gotta roll with it. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. That's that's the topic of discussion for today, people. And Hitler got it handed to him, for real. Japan got it handed to them heavily. They got it handed heavily, but there we are. They lost, we won. Simple as that. You know what I'm saying? All right. So, guys, thank you for listening to me ramble about World War II for a bit. It was great talking with y'all. Make sure to tap into all my socials. Hopefully, they get posted if my editor gets on that. But, guys, thanks for watching. See ya.